was historic and just plain awesome. NASA landing the Perseverance rover on Mars. And it has already sent back its first image. Now, this is the most sophisticated rover ever.
We were all applauding, too, by the way. Over the course of this mission, it will be searching for signs that life once existed on Mars. WBZ's Jacob Wyckoff joins us in studio. And, Jacob, researchers, including researchers at MIT, will be eagerly awaiting this information.
Yeah, David and Lisa, the latest mission to Mars, Perseverance, began back in 2020, July 30th. So that's nearly 7 months of travel turned into 7 minutes of silence before anyone knew if Perseverance actually landed safely on the red planet.
Touchdown confirmed. Perseverance safely on the surface of Mars.
The emotion's evident from Mission Control in Pasadena, California, to locally. MIT professor Dr. Jeff Hoffman echoed that excitement.
That's when I poured myself a glass of champagne and, time to celebrate.
Dr. Hoffman is a former astronaut making 5 trips into space in the 80s and 90s. His latest mission, part of the MOXIE experiment team from MIT on Perseverance.
What we're going to demonstrate is how to make oxygen on the surface of Mars. We're going to need a lot of oxygen for human missions, not just to breathe, but for the rocket that's going to take them back to Earth. No, we want to learn how to produce that on the surface of Mars, and that's what MOXIE is going to demonstrate for the first time.
Findings that could help send an astronaut to Mars in the future.
For the early expeditions, the most important use of oxygen is for the rocket to get the astronauts back off the surface of Mars and back to Earth.
The Mars mission traveled almost 300 million miles. So far, the signal takes 11 minutes to return to Earth. During the descent into the Martian atmosphere, the spacecraft loses contact, dubbed 7 minutes of terror.
So take me back to that 7 minutes of silence before it reported home. How did that make you feel?
I don't tend to worry about those things. I sit back and enjoy the ride.
Well worth the long wait.
Is space still hard?
You can't get complacent. There's an incredible number of things that can go wrong, and the history of trying to land things on Mars is, we've got wrecks scattered all over the surface of Mars.
But not this time around.
Also taking the long journey is Ingenuity, a first-of-its-kind 4-rotor drone that will help in mapping the Martian surface. The first drone mission is slated for the spring. David and Lisa?
Just absolutely blows my mind.
Fascinating.
So cool. Jacob, thank you so much. Well, several more Boston restaurants, sadly, are closing for good.
Coming up next here at 6, the memories wrapped up in some of these favorite spots that make their demise especially sad.